Hello again and welcome back. Welcome back to a new class. I'm glad to see you. It's good to have you back with me. Class number 66, no está mal. Slowly but surely, step by step, little by little, we are consolidating. We're improving, we're progressing, we're making progress. We're making progress. We're progressing. We're advancing. La D se suena. Advancing. And we're covering a lot of important, essential, and critical material for your English. Okay, review of class 65. Camera 1. All right. Puedes comerlo con las manos, no te preocupes. You can eat it. The spaghetti? No problem. You can eat it with your hands. You can eat it with your hands. En español no usáis tus manos. Decís, puedes comerlo con las manos. Si dices eso a un angloparlante, las manos, you can eat it with the hands. El angloparlante mira a su alrededor buscando un par de manos sueltos para usar. Porque las partes del cuerpo en inglés siempre son posesivos. My hands, okay? You can eat it with your hands. You can eat it with your hands. You can eat it. Fijaos que la palabra can pinta poco fonéticamente o de forma acentuada. You can eat it. You can eat it. You can eat it. Si fuera al revés, si fuera negativo, you can't eat it. You can't eat it. Acentuaría la palabra can o can't. You can't eat it with your hands. Pero en esta casa, you can eat it with your hands. Chuletas de cordero, don't worry, don't cut. Just pick them up and clean the bones, okay? You can eat it with your hands. You can eat it with your hands. With your hands, with my hands. My hand is on my head. My hand is on my shoulder. My hands are on my elbows. Okay, always. Possessive adjective with the parts of the body, always. Me duele el estómago. En inglés imposible. Mi estómago duele. My stomach hurts. My eyes hurt. Okay, la empresa está creciendo rápidamente. The company, no company. Company. Ven a mi compañía sería come to my company. Suena igual. Come. Come to my company. Come to my company. Company. La empresa está creciendo rápidamente. The company is growing quickly. No digáis growing up, por favor. The company is growing quickly. The company is growing fast. ¿Por qué lo vendiste? Why did you sell it? Why did you sell it? Sell it. Hell it, mell it, kell it, sell it, fell it, sell it. Why did you sell it? I can't believe you sold it. Why did you sell it? Are you crazy or what? Why did you sell it? Why did you sell it? I can't believe you sold it. I can't believe you sold it. Sold it, mold it, cold it, toldo. All right, los toldos. Toldo, findus, sold it. La D suena mucho, manda aquí. Why did you sell it? Excuse me, no lo he vendido todavía. I haven't sold it yet. Primera pregunta. Why did you sell it? I haven't sold it yet. Sold it. Did. Sold it. I haven't sold it. Fijaos que la D de sold realmente se abandona las primeras tres letras de esta palabra y la palabra se queda en soul como alma en inglés, soul, y se enlaza con it de it. Sold it. Toldo. Tengo un toldo en la ventana. Sold it. Okay. No lo he vendido todavía. I haven't sold it yet. Yet. No jet. Jet es un avión. Un reactor. I haven't sold it yet. I haven't sold it yet. Tiet. La T de it se puede enlazar con la Y, pero sigue siendo una Y y no una J. Jet es avión. Yet es todavía. I haven't sold it yet. Yet, yesterday, yes, hierba, hielo, hiedra, yet. I haven't sold it yet. Y perdonadme que insista, pero insisto por un motivo. 35 años intentando corregir vuestro vicio con la Y, a ver si por tele lo puedo conseguir. No se llega a la categoría de vencido sin haber luchado. Y voy a luchar. Ok, no lo he vendido todavía. I haven't sold it yet. ¿Qué quieres decir? What do you mean? What do you mean, Jelly Bean? Come on, what do you mean? Fue escrito hace mucho tiempo. It was written a long time ago. Yes. Cárcel de Amor, de Diego de San Pedro. You don't know that book? Okay, I'll change. Amelis de Gaula. It was written a long time ago. It was written you don't know that book? All right. Don Quixote de la Mancha. You know that? Okay. It was written a long time ago. It was written a long time ago. Long, long time ago. I can still remember. A long time ago. Hace mucho tiempo. A long time ago. A long time ago. A long time ago. I came to Spain a long time ago. I got married a long time ago. I had my first child a long time ago. Yes. Okay. Fue escrito hace mucho tiempo. It was written, doble T en medio, written. It was written a long time ago. ¿Ves lo que quiero decir? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean, Jelly Bean? Understand, Rubber Band? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Now, do you see what I mean? Yeah. Hay que esforzarse para aprender un idioma. Yeah. Ahora ves lo que quiero decir. Ahora entiendes. Now you understand why I'm sermoning every day. Because I have never seen in my life one person who can learn English without making an effort. Sorry. Ni uno. Por mucho que pregunten por ahí que hay fórmulas milagrosas, no hay. El único milagro está dentro de vuestro esfuerzo y motivación. ¿Cómo se conocieron? How did they meet? How did they meet? ¿Y qué hacías tú en un sitio como ese? What were you doing in a place like that? Come on, vaya antro. What were you doing in a place like that? Ay, me estás haciendo daño. Suelta. You're hurting me. Let go. You're hurting me. Let's stop. Let's go to a different teacher, and then I'll come back.
Hello everyone, I'm Natasha, your teacher for this intermediate level, and today, to help us improve your English, I'm here with Nacho. How are you, Nacho?
Hello, Natasha. Fine, thanks. And you?
How are you feeling? I'm fine. I'm fantastic. Yeah. I'm very excited. And you?
I'm very excited too.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm glad to be here.
Did you study a lot?
Yeah, well, a little. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have any tips, consejos? Do you have any tips for the people at home to learn English?
Yeah, maybe they could hear to
or listen
or listen to Bauman Radio.
Yeah.
It's very useful.
Especially where, for example?
You can listen to Alberto Alonso.
Okay, but where? They could listen to it in the car, for example. On the way to work and so on.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. You have to make the most. Hay que aprovechar. Make the most of your free time when you're not doing anything. For example, in the car and so on. Isn't that right? Okay,
right.
Good. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Okay, people at home, as you know, como ya sabéis, we're going to review what you saw in the previous class. Okay. 2 different points. On the one hand, the irregular verb win, and on the other hand, we're going to see a translation list. We're going to review, okay? Remember, you have to answer, hay que contestar, you have to answer out loud, en voz alta, okay? So you can practice your pronunciation. Okay, let's start. First question with win, and remember you have to answer in the affirmative, en afirmativo, siempre, ¿vale? Bueno, vamos a empezar, y la primera pregunta, the first question, is for Nacho. You ready?
Yeah.
Did Spain win the European Cup in 2008?
Okay. Yes, it won.
Very good.
The European Cup.
European.
European
Very good.
Cup in 2008.
Very good. Yes, Spain won the European Cup in 2008. Remember, how do we pronounce the past of win? Let's see if Nacho knows.
I think it's won.
One, like the number one.
One,
Yeah,
okay.
as if it were W-A-N, one, okay? Not one, okay? Very good. Okay,
Okay.
the next question is for you at home. Remember to answer in the affirmative, okay? Do people win money at the casino? Do people win money at the casino? Very good. Yes, they win money at the casino. In this case, it's the present simple, so we don't put it in the past, okay? Next question for Nacho. You ready?
Yes.
Did you win the prize? Did you win the prize?
Okay. Yes, I won the prize. No, I win.
I won.
Ah, no.
The pronunciation?
Ah,
One,
the pronunciation.
not
Okay.
one, okay? One.
I won the prize.
One more time.
I won. Yes, I won the prize.
Okay, say, and what's this number?
One.
One, exactly, that
Okay.
pronunciation. Yes,
I
I won the prize. At home, I want you to repeat too. Very good. Yes, I won the prize. Okay, now we're going to review the translation list. I'm going to say the sentence in Spanish, and you and Nacho have to say it in English. Obviously, that's what we're practicing,
Yes.
right? Okay, ready? The first
Yes.
sentence. Puedes comerlo con las manos. Puedes comerlo con las manos. Nacho.
You can eat it with your hands.
Very good. You can eat it with your hands. Very, very, very good, okay? Remember that with parts of the body, we always have to put the possessive adjective, okay? So your hands, my hands, his hands, but always someone's hands, okay? Very good. Okay, the next sentence is for you at home, okay? ¿Qué quieres decir? ¿Qué quieres decir? Very good. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, never what do you want to say, okay? Querer decir algo es to mean, okay? Mean, not what do you want to say, but what do you mean, okay? So repeat one more time at home. Very good. What do you mean? Okay, next sentence is for you. Are you ready?
Okay, yes.
Okay. ¿Cómo se conocieron? ¿Cómo se conocieron ellos?
Okay. How did they met?
Did.
meet.
Entonces, como tenemos el auxiliar
Okay.
did, el verbo ¿cómo va? En infinitivo.
En infinitivo.
Vale, entonces, how did they meet?
Meet.
Okay? Can you repeat once more?
Yes. How did they meet?
Very good. How did they meet? At home. Repeat. Very good. How did they meet? Okay, the next sentence is for you at home, okay? ¿Qué hacías tú en un sitio como ese? ¿Qué hacías tú en un sitio como ese? Very good. What were you doing in a place like that? What were you doing in a place like that? Very good. Okay, the next one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Me estás haciendo daño.
You are hurting me.
¿Y si contraemos? El verbo con el sujeto y el verbo en vez de you
You're-
are. Very good.
Okay.
You're.
Hurting me.
Very good. One more time.
You're hurting me.
Very good. You're hurting me. Hurt. Hurt. Okay. The last one for you at home. Okay. ¿Quién ganó la apuesta? ¿Quién ganó la apuesta? Very good. Con el verbo que estuvimos practicando. Who won the bet? Who won the bet? Can you repeat, Nacho?
Yes. Who won the bet?
Very good. And who?
Who?
Very good. One more time.
Who won the bet?
Perfect. Very, very good job.
Oh,
Very, very,
thank you.
very good job today.
Thank
And
you.
you at home the same thing. I'll see you next time. Keep on studying. Bye.
There are too many chiefs and not enough Indians in this company. Demasiados jefes y un suficiente número de indios, ¿eh? Más indios y menos jefes. Too many chiefs, too many bosses. There are too many people at the top. Camera one. Too many, plural, las plurales, los contables. There are too many people on this planet. There are 6.8 billion people, billón americano, mil millones. There are 6.8 billion people on this planet. That's too many. Too many people. Yeah, there are too many people. There are 54 million hens in Spain. Yeah, that's too many hens. Sí, gallinas. There are 52 million gallinas selectas and 2 million gallinas camperas. Yes, yes. There are too many hens in this country. Y se renueva cada año. So every year there are 52 million new hens in Spain. All right, there are too many hens. There are too many people there are too many Spanish people in Spain. And there are too many English teachers in Spain. Well, miento. There are too many bad English teachers in Spain. There aren't enough good English teachers. There are too many bad English teachers, okay? There are too many flies in Spain, moscas. In the summer and in the autumn, there are too many flies in Spain. There are too many horse flies in Spain, tábanos. There are too many horse flies in Spain. There isn't enough water in Spain. There isn't enough water in Spain, but there's too much water in Asturias, Galicia, in the north. There's too much water in the north, but there isn't enough water in the rest. Too much para water es incontable, es singular. Too many is para plural. Okay, there aren't too many trees in Spain. There aren't enough trees in Spain. Okay, there needs to be more. There are too many people in China. There are too many people in China. Too many. Yeah. I have my money in 17 different banks. I keep my money in 17 different banks. What's your opinion? Too many. Too many banks. Te pasas. Tantos no. It's good to diversify your accounts and your investments, but 17 different banks, Richard, come on. That's too many. You're keeping your money in too many different banks. Too many. And in the parliament, in your opinion, are there too many members of parliament or not enough? Too many. There are too many parliamentarians in the Cortes Españolas. There are too many diputados in el Congreso. There are too many. Spain doesn't need so many people to make important decisions and to pass important legislation and to debate. There are too many. And in the Senate, how many senators are there in the Senate? I don't know, but probably too many. How many senators are there in the United States? In the United States, 100. 100 exactly. Yes, 100. That's strange. Why only 100? It's very logical. There are 50 states in the United States. So there are 2 senators per state, which means, logically, there are 100 senators. If there were 51 states in the United States, there would be 102 senators. But there are only 50 states. Now in Spain, there are 50 provinces and 2 autonomous cities, Ceuta y Melilla. I think each province has 4 senators. So that's 200 senators plus 1 senator, I'm not sure, from each autonomous city. So that's 202 senators. In your opinion, are there too many senators or not enough? In my opinion, there are too many senators. And the provinces in Spain are very small compared to the states in the United States. And in the United States, 1 state, California, only needs 2 senators. In Spain, Soria needs 4. Do you think that's correct? I think there are too many senators in Spain. I'm not sure if it's 4 senators. But there are too many politicians in Madrid. Are there too many politicians in Barcelona too? In the Generalitat and in the Catalan Parliament? Are there too many senators and representatives? I don't know. Are there too many judges or not enough judges in Spain? Judges, jueces. And that's an interesting question. If the judicial system were efficient, there wouldn't be too many judges, or perhaps there would be too many judges. But because the judicial system is not efficient, there aren't too many judges. Probably there aren't enough judges because of the inefficient administration of justice. It's very slow and very sclerotic, okay? Here and in many other countries, Spain is not the only case. The judicial system is an asignatura pendiente in practically every country. It's very difficult to establish a fast, quick justice. Okay, but it's very important to have quick justice, but it's very slow, all right? So probably there aren't too many judges, too many, all right? In your opinion, are there too many cars in Spain? Are there too many cars in Spain? No, there aren't enough cars in Spain. ¿Cómo que no hay suficientes? There are too many. Wait. I prefer economic prosperity in this country. I don't want economic decline or an economic recession with high unemployment. The more cars on the streets and highways of Spain, the better probably the economy. The fewer cars, the worse. So, if there are constant traffic jams in Spain, probably the economy is booming, okay? Or the economy is healthy. Okay, so yes, it's true, in absolute terms, there are too many cars in Spain. But reducing the number of cars is not the solution because it brings other problems, okay? So there aren't too many cars in Spain. In fact, there aren't enough cars in Spain. Are there too many regidores? Are there too many floor managers in Spain? Seguro que sí. Hay un excedente de regidores en este país. Ya, too many. María fuera. Okay, una menos. Okay, there are too many. Pero mientras decidamos eso, nuestros patrocinadores quieren decir algo. Our sponsors. I'll be back. Okay, welcome back. We have only 1 minute. It's not enough time. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute, and that's not enough. So there aren't too many seconds in 1 minute. There are only 60 seconds in 1 minute. Why are there 60 seconds in 1 minute? And why are there 60 minutes in 1 hour? And why are there 24 hours in 1 day? What's the origin of these strange numbers? ¿Por qué no el sistema decimal? 10 hours in 1 day, 10 seconds in 1 minute, and 10 minutes in 1 hour. We can change. The duration of a minute can change. And let's decimalize the clock. Why not? Why 60, 60, 24? Isn't that crazy? It's similar to the English measurement system. It's just absolutely absurd. But that debate is for another day. Right now, another teacher, and then I'm back.
Thank you, Richard, and welcome. Hello, I'm here with Luca today. Luca, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
What's my name, Luca? Do you know my name?
Yes. Kyle.
Kyle. It's a difficult name.
Say
Kyle.
it again.
It's
okay.
a difficult
Kyle.
name to pronounce. It's like Kylie Minogue, almost. But Kyle. That's
Okay,
right, Kyle.
Kyle.
And today, Luca, we are going to look at, well, I must say, you're the only Luca that I know. You are the only Luca
Yes.
that I know. Probably I'm the only Kyle that you know.
Yes.
So today, Kyle and Luca, we will look at too many. So for countables, demasiado, demasiada. Bueno, demasiadas, right?
All right.
Too many. So do you agree? We will practice. Do you agree? Do you agree that there are too many cars in Madrid?
Yes, I agree that there are too many cars in Madrid.
Yes. She agrees that there are too many cars in Madrid. Okay? Do you agree that there are too many people in Madrid? Do you agree that there are too many people in Madrid? Yes, in affirmative. Y siempre en voz alta. Yes, I agree that there are too many people in Madrid. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree that there are too many people in Madrid.
In Madrid, that there are too many people. It's very crowded. How do you say that in Spanish? Crowded.
Con mucha gente.
Con mucha gente. Abarrotada?
Eso.
Crowded, crowded. It's very crowded. There are too many people. Do you agree that there are too many prepositions in English?
Yes.
Too many. It's difficult. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree that there are too many prepositions in English.
Yes. Do you agree that there are too many strange accents in English, Luca?
Yes, I agree that there are too many strange accents.
Sorry?
Did you say strange accents?
Too many strange accents.
Too many strange.
Now, strange, not a strange, but empezando aquí. Strange. A strange, no vale. Strange. There are too many strange accents in English. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree that there are too many strange accents in English.
In English. Good job. There are too many strange accents. The Irish accent, the British accent, the Canadian accent, the American accent. There are many accents. Some of them are a bit strange. Do you believe, or do you agree that there are too many bad drivers on the roads?
Yes.
Too many bad drivers. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree that there are too many bad drivers on the road.
On the road.
Especially if they are men.
Oh, really? Okay. A man would probably say the opposite, but okay. So you agree that there are too many bad drivers on the road, or on the roads. Do you agree? Yes, I agree that there are too many bad drivers on the road. Okay. Do you agree that there are too many children on the streets at night?
Yes, I agree that there are too many children on the streets at night.
Nice. Perfect. Yes, I agree that there are too many children on the streets at night. In Canada, I never see children on the streets at night. But here, with their parents, you can see them on the terrazas and this and
Restaurants.
at midnight, and they're 5 years old. For me, it's a little bit different.
But it's because the weather is so nice.
The
that
weather's good.
You feel like going out with your children.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. Okay. Do you believe that there are too many people who complain in the world?
Yes, I believe there is too many people.
There
are.
is? Oh.
There are. Sorry, I always make the same mistake.
That there are.
That there are.
People are.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree that there are too many people. What was the question?
People who complain in the world.
Yes, I agree that there are too many people who complain in the world.
Yeah, too many complainers. There are too many complainers in the world, right? We have to just be happy, right? Don't worry, be happy, right?
Yes, I agree with you.
She says that there are too many complainers in the world. Okay. Do you believe, or do you agree that there are too many rich football players?
Yes, I agree that there are too many rich football players.
Okay. Do you agree that there are too many books about grammar?
Yes, I agree that there are too many books about grammar.
Yes. I agree as well that there are too many books about grammar. The problem with grammar books is that you buy them, it's like an exercise machine. You buy it.
And you keep it.
Yeah, and you keep it, and it collects dust, right? Dust. Like all my Spanish grammar books, they sit on the shelf. They sit on my table. I don't use them. You only need one grammar book. The secret is to use it, right?
Yes.
And learn it. Yeah. So, do you believe? I keep saying, do you believe? I should say, do you agree? ¿Estás de acuerdo? Do you agree that there are too many politicians in Europe?
Yes, I agree that there are too many politicians in Europe and in all the world.
All right, okay. Do you believe? Sorry. Do you agree? Do you agree that there are too many criminals on the streets? Do you agree that there are too many criminals on the streets? Yes, I agree that there are too many criminals on the streets. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree that there are too many criminals in the streets.
On the streets.
On the streets.
On the streets. Okay. Do you agree that there are too many traffic accidents on the highways?
Yes, I agree that there are too many traffic accidents on the highways.
Okay, all right. Do you agree that there are too many lights in this room?
Yes.
Now, I don't mean light as in uncountable, but lights. We have many, many, many lights. Do you agree that there are too many lights in this room?
Yes, I agree that there are too many lights in this room.
Yeah, they make me hot.
Me
eh?
too.
Yeah, I agree. There are too many lights in this room. Okay. Do you agree that there are too many people at the beach in the summer? Do you agree? Well, wait. I'll go to the people at home. To you, Maria. Do you agree that there are too many people at the beach in the summer? Yes, I agree that there are too many people at the beach in the summer. So it's what?
Crowded.
It's crowded. There are too many people. There are so many people that it's crowded. Do you agree that there are too many drugs in sports?
Yes, I agree that there are too many drugs in sports.
Okay, good. Okay. Do you agree that there are too many difficult words in English?
Yes, I agree that there are too many difficult words in English.
She agrees that there are too many difficult words. Wow, not too many. Don't worry. Don't worry, be happy, right? No problem. We will work on that. Good job, Luca.
Thank you.
And I'm going to send you back to Richard. Thanks. Good job at home. See you next time.
Okay, in the 20s, in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, y no sé cómo decirlo en esta década. No tengo ni idea, hay algo que no sé enseñar, pero os lo confieso allí. All right? My parents were born in the 20s. My mother was born in 1921, and my father was born in 1923. My father was a year and a half younger than my mother. Mi madre era una saltacunas. My mother was a year and a half older. My mother was born in the early 20s, and my father basically was born in the early 20s as well. Yeah, in July 1923. Is that the early 20s or the mid 20s? I don't know. My sister was born in the 40s. She was born in the late 40s. She was born in October. He dicho in, no on, porque no voy a decir el día. She was born in October 1948, and that's the late 40s. She was born on October 19th. So she was born in the late 40s. She was born in the 40s. My parents were born in the 20s. My parents were born in the early 20s, and my sister was born in the late 40s. I was born in 1951, November. So I was born in the early 50s. I was born in the 50s. Soy un niño de los 50. Baby boom. I was born in the early 50s. John Kennedy was assassinated in the mid-60s. I don't know. Or in the early 60s. He was assassinated in the 60s. He was assassinated on November the 21st, or November the 20th, 1963. So he was born in late November, últimos de noviembre, 1963. In your opinion, is that the early 60s or the mid 60s? Tirándolos a mediados de. Maybe it's the mid 60s. Yes. All right. The Beatles became famous in the early 60s. They became famous in England in 1963. And they became famous in the United States in 1964. So they became famous in the early and mid 60s. And they broke up in the late 60s or the beginning of the 70s. Yeah, the Beatles broke up, rompieron, I think in 1970. So in the early 70s. But in the late 60s, it was clear that they were going to break up. I came to Spain as a student. I came to Spain. Fijaos que no digo to Spain, digo to Spain. In the early 70s, as a student. I came to Spain in the early 70s, and I spent one school year, one academic year in Spain. And I went back to the States in 1973, in the summer of 1973. So I went back in the early 70s. I came in the early 70s, and I went back in the early 70s. But then I came back a year later in the summer of 74. So basically, I came back in the mid-70s. I came and went the first time in the early 70s, and then I went back in the mid-70s, and I got married in the late 70s. I got married in 1977. Now, in your opinion, is that the mid-70s or the late 70s? The mid-70s? Well, maybe. But I got married on December 30th, the next to last day of the year. Yeah, the next to last day of the year. So really, I got married at the beginning of 1978. So maybe it's better or more correct to say I got married in the late 70s. Now, my wife got married in the late 70s too. Both of us, coincidentally, got married, both of us, in the late 70s because we married each other. My wife was born in the mid-50s. My wife was born in the mid-50s. I was born in the early 50s. My wife was born in the mid-50s. She was born in April 1954 in Madrid. I was born in Houston, Texas in the early 50s. In the 20s, in the 30s, the Great Depression was in the 30s, in los años 30. The Second World War was basically in the 40s. It began in the late 30s when Germany invaded Poland, all right, and it ended in the mid-40s when the Japanese surrendered in August 1945. The Germans surrendered in May or June, I think June 1945. The Germans surrendered first, and 2 or 2.5 months later, the Japanese surrendered. So the Second World War started in the late 30s, and it ended in the mid-40s. My parents got married in the mid-40s. They got married in 1946, after my father returned from England, where he was a pilot during the Second World War. Okay. My father died in the first decade of this century. Y ahí es mi problema. I don't know how to refer to this decade, ni la primera década de ningún siglo. The year between 0 and 10, or 10 and 20. A veces se dice los teens, o sea, años adolescentes. But I don't know how to say that in English. We start with the 20s. The 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. The roaring 20s, los rugientes años 20, the roaring 20s. The fabulous 50s. Okay. The 50s. I was born in the 50s. I finished the university in the 70s. I got married in the 70s. I started teaching in the 70s. I did many things in the 70s. I worked very hard in the 80s. And I worked very hard in the 90s. And I'm still working very hard today because it's a moral obligation to work hard. Y cuando trabajas duro, usando lo mejor que puedes, es más divertido además, mucho más divertido. I'll be back in a few minutes, so don't go too far away. Another teacher will be with you for a few minutes.
Hello, hello. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, and welcome. My name is Fitz. Here we are with Javi España, and
Hi.
we're going to begin with vocabulary. Okay, Javi, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to start.
Good. Okay, to assist. To assist.
Ayudar.
Okay, and in English,
Assist.
to assist. To assist.
To assist.
Muy bien. Okay, very good. Seldom. Seldom.
It means pocas veces.
Muy pocas veces. Okay, and in English, seldom.
Seldom.
Seldom. Very good.
Seldom.
To bill. To bill.
To bill is hacer la factura, facturar.
Okay, very good. Very good. The competition.
Competition means competencia.
Okay, la competencia. Okay.
La competencia.
And finally, bodyguard.
Guardaespaldas.
Okay, and in English,
Bodyguard.
bodyguard. Very good. There was a film with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner, The Bodyguard.
Yeah. I saw the Spanish version.
Ah, but not in English. Javi. Okay. Are you ready for a lot of questions?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. So let's begin. Did you find a pen in the 70s?
Yes, I found a pen in the 70s.
In the 70s. Are you very old?
No, no, really.
Okay, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Okay. Did you deal with a lot of problems in the 70s?
Yes, I dealt
Very good.
with a lot of problems in the 70s.
Very good. One more time.
I dealt with a lot of problems in the 70s.
Very good. Okay, at home in casa. Did you deal with a lot of problems in the 70s? Yes. He dealt with a T. He dealt with a lot of problems in the 70s. Okay. Javi, did you win the game in the 70s?
Yes, I won the game in the 70s.
Very good. Very good. Did you win the game in the 70s? Yes, I won. Yes, I won the game in the 70s. Did you find a lot of money in the 70s?
Yes, I found a lot of money in the 70s.
Muy bien. Una vez más. One more time.
I found a lot of money in the 70s.
Very good. I found a lot of money in the 70s. Did you find? Yes, I found. Did you find a lot of money in the 70s? Yes, he found a lot of money in the 70s. Javi, did you win a lot of money in the 70s?
Yes, I won a lot of money in the 70s.
Very good. Did you deal with difficult people in the 70s?
I dealt with difficult people.
Did you deal with difficult people?
Okay. I dealt with difficult people in the 70s.
Very good, very good. He dealt with difficult people in the 70s. Did you deal with difficult people in the 70s? Yes. I dealt with difficult people in the 70s, or we dealt with difficult people in the 70s. Did you find an elephant in your bathroom in the 70s?
Oh, yes. I found an elephant in the bathroom in the 70s.
Very good. Okay, a little strange. He found an elephant in the bathroom in the 70s. How do you say that in Spanish?
Me encontré un elefante en el cuarto de baño en los 70.
Very good. Okay. Did you deal with a lot of rats in the 70s?
Yes, I dealt with a lot of rats in the 70s.
Very good. And rats in Espanol?
Rata.
Very good. Rat and plural?
In English.
In Spanish?
Ratas.
Okay, very good. So, did you deal with a lot of rats in the 70s? He dealt with a lot of rats in the 70s. Okay. Did you find a stapler in the 70s? A stapler.
Yes, I found a stapler in the 70s.
And one more time.
I found a stapler
A stapler.
in the 70s.
Very good. One more time.
I found a stapler in the 70s.
Very good. And stapler, how do you say stapler?
Grapadora.
Very good. Okay. He found a stapler in the 70s. Did you find? Yes, I found. Okay. Did you win a lot of chickpeas in the 70s?
Yes, I won a lot of chickpeas in the 70s.
And one more time. Chickpeas.
Chickpeas.
Okay. And in Spanish, how do you say chickpeas?
Guisantes.
Garbanzos.
Garbanzos.
Okay. Guisantes are peas.
Okay.
Did you win a lot of chickpeas in the 70s?
Yes, I won a lot of chickpeas in the 70s.
Okay. He won a lot of chickpeas in the 70s. Did you win a lot of chickpeas in the 70s? He won a lot of chickpeas in the 70s. Now, a question for you. Did you win a lot of chickpeas in the 70s? A little louder. Okay. I won, or we won, a lot of chickpeas in the 70s. Did you find a mouse in your kitchen in the 70s?
Yes, I found a mouse in the kitchen in the 70s.
Very good. Did you win mice in the 70s?
I won mice in the 70s.
Okay, and how do you say that in Spanish? I won mice in the 70s.
Gané no.
Plural.
Ratones. Gané ratones en los 70.
Very good. And if I ask you, did you find a mouse in your kitchen in the 70s in español?
Encontré una rata, un ratón.
Un ratón.
Un ratón en la cocina en los 70.
Very good. Okay. Did you deal with chickens in your kitchen in the 70s?
Yes, I found.
Did you deal with? I dealt with.
I made a mistake. I dealt with a lot of
Chickens, plural.
chickens in the kitchen in the 70s.
Okay, and one more time.
I dealt with a lot of chickens in the kitchen in the 70s.
Okay. He dealt with a lot of chickens in the kitchen in the 70s. Did you deal with a lot of chickens in the kitchen in the 70s? He dealt with a lot of chickens in the kitchen in the 70s. Okay. One or two more. Did you find a ring in the 70s?
I found a ring in the 70s.
Okay. Did you find a ring in the 70s? He found a ring in the 70s. Did you find a bodyguard in the 70s?
I found a bodyguard in the 70s.
Okay, very good. Did you practice last night? You have to practice every night. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Okay, we finished class 66. Tomorrow, class 67. Yes, 67 follows 66, and 66 precedes 67. Siempre es así. I don't know why, but that's the way we do the numbers, and we're going to progress every day. Many of the things we are doing sound very familiar to you, very, very familiar. Even people from the beginning program can watch this and say, eso me lo sé yo también. Yes and no. Hasta que no podáis. Until you can demonstrate to me una agilidad bárbara, oral, verbal, con estas estructuras, boom, 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 con los ojos cerrados, no me lo creo. You don't know these forms. You must say them aloud, en voz alta, again and again, in the 20s, in the 30s, in the 40s, hasta el final. You need the practice. Okay, see you tomorrow.